Now, I can show you how you can use AI to do this stuff if you're interested.
I would love to see that.
Okay, so this is scary for me, but I'm gonna do it in real time. All right. So I'm gonna go to ChatGPT.
Okay.
Everybody,
And you feel free to share your screen and I will capture the video portion of this. Most of it's going to be in audio, but I will have a accompanying
okay.
video to go with this.
Okay, so now in real time, Peter, give me some position that you might be looking for, where it's located, and the kind of company. Just somebody might know. You can use ABC company, you have to be specific. You can keep it anonymous, but tell me somewhere, some company, and some job.
Got it. Okay. I've got a HVAC contractor in Seattle that is looking for a technician.
Okay, so here we go. You go like this.
So we have a screen and you're using
Okay.
ChatGPT
I'm
4.
ChatGPT because I can't type. I'm just going to talk into it. Okay.
That's great.
Okay. And what's the volume of the contractor?
Volume, you mean the revenue?
Dollar amount.
I'm sorry?
Dollar amount. What's his annual production? How many employees does he have?
They've got about 20 employees, so it's on the smaller side, and they're doing about $3-4 million a year.
Okay. I have an HVAC company in Seattle. I do about $3 million a year, and I have 20 employees. The name of my company is ABC HVAC. You are an employment expert and HR really well. I want you to first write a job description for this position. It's an HVAC technician. So write a job description, then write a job ad that will attract somebody to quit their job and come work for me. Then once you write the job ad, write where I should put the job ad. Give me all the places it should be placed. Develop KPIs for the position. Give me 3 behavioral KPIs and 3 performance KPIs. And then develop a 2-month onboarding plan for this position. Develop a 2-month onboarding plan for this position. Here we go. See what I have no clue how it's going to work out. So job title, there's the job title, HVAC technician, Seattle, Washington, ABC HVAC. It says, here's the job overview. It gives you job overview. Seattle, Washington, experience maintaining, gives you job overview, gives you key responsibilities, install and maintain HVAC, diagnose and troubleshoot, perform regular preventative maintenance, ensure competence, gives you all the key responsibilities, gives you the qualifications, high school diploma, minimum 3 years, valid, big, strong knowledge of HVAC, like the outlines all the qualifications, talk about the physical requirement, ability to move physical ability to confine spaces, gives you the benefit, competitive health, blah, blah, blah. Then it talks about, here's the job ad, which is why join us, top pay, work-life balance, comprehensive benefits, growth opportunities, supportive teams, state-of-the-art equipment. What we're looking for, a minimum of 3 years, strong troubleshooting, custom focus. Are you ready to make a move? Why do you post a job ad? Indeed, LinkedIn, Glassdoor, ZipRecruiter, HVAC agent, Craigslist, company website, social media, key performance indicators, customer satisfaction, more customers' feedback, and you see the 9% or higher, attendance and punctuality, team collaboration, and then KPIs. It says job compensation, 95% completed job rate, fixed time, fixed rate, revenue generation. Then it gives you a 2-month onboarding plan. Day 1, company, day 2, day 3, day 4, what you do in the company. Initial week training, talks about when you do the training, talks about hands-on training week 4, advanced training and integration, what you need to do, then increase responsibility, live 6, and week 7 and 8. There you go.
Wow. That's amazing.
So, how hard was that?
That's obviously you have to polish it a little bit.
You have to polish it, but think how much time that saves you.
Yeah.
And so just not using AI is just not smart. Come on. And it works for anything. You can polish it and change it. But as far as getting the basics down, it's never been easier than it is now.
That's amazing. Yeah. And yeah, like I said, obviously you want to check it fact check it, but
And then you can also say, if you don't like something, you go, I'll do this.
oh yeah, tell it to improve or
Yeah.
retry or use a different tone.
Please give me 10 more places to put the job ad. I really need to find this guy. And can you make it a more interesting job ad? Because I think it's boring. See what it says. Here we go. In real time. I'm waiting for it to do
Thinking.
something. Okay,
There we go.
Join the HVAC elite, HVAC in Seattle. Competitive pay. So it says join HVAC. Let's see. Career growth, exciting cutting edge tool, competitive vehicle, amazing team. Or we're looking for 10 additional ways to post a job. HVAC job, school boards, Nextdoor, Reddit, Angie Leads, Seattle Times Classified, Workforce Washington, Facebook, HVAC groups, Handy, Skilled Trades USA, and Job Hat.
So it gave very specific examples to the local
Right.
area. Nice.
And then you can say something like, I'll go for, it says Facebook HVAC groups, right? Or I would say, what should I write in the Facebook HVAC group?
Yeah. Whoops. Sorry.
That's okay. Group. And you click this, and it'll give you very specific of what you need to do in that each one. This is a great tool. And this is something that everybody has access to for free. And I go for the 20 bucks a month to get the professional version, right, of ChatGPT. But it's going to save people a ton of time. Now, the downside of doing this is one, you won't respond in real time. You don't have time to do that. You won't place it. That's why we do what we do. Because even though AI helps with all this, you just can't get employers to do it.
Yeah. That's amazing. But a lot of it, we run into a lot of that as well, just with marketing. You can use AI to do certain tasks, but you still have to know the prompts. You've obviously provided the prompts here today. It's very helpful.
It's a tool. And I would say, if you're going to do it yourself, use AI and follow all those best practices that we just laid out. But if you're any size company, I can do 5 people for you, 5 different positions for $1,500 a month, and you cannot do that on your own. It's just
wow.
Because we use a lot of offshore. You just can't do it. I could give you 4 people on your team, an entire recruiting department, HR, and I could do it for $1,500 a month. You can't even come close.
So who is the ideal client size wise for you? I know you mentioned some numbers earlier, but what
I would say probably anybody under 20 million.
Okay.
What happens at about 20 million is we get HR people.
Yep.
And they have their political turf to defend. So unless we hire the HR person, it's really to get past them, because we do everything they do for a fraction of the cost, right? You got HR person is going to cost you $80,000 a year, and we do everything for 17 all in for 4 people. So we aren't generally, if they are big enough to have their own HR person, the HR person is able to keep us out. But if they're not big enough to our HR, I think we make an ideal fractional HR department.
Got it. So if you've got somebody in your company that's responsible for hiring, but it's not their main
sometimes it's
job.
the owner, sometimes the office manager.
Yep.
And what happens is it's somebody's job. Put an ad in Indeed, write it up, and screen the people for me, and send anybody who's good and make an appointment. That's typical in a small company.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is it just doesn't work very well.
Yeah, we see the exact same thing with marketing. It's usually an add-on to somebody else's job that's already full.
Right. And they don't know how to do it. So
no.
Yeah, so it is. Companies like yours, it's way easier and cheaper to outsource some of the stuff than it used to be.
Yeah.
And so we're your ideal fractional outsourced HR department. We can also do, I'll show something else our ATS does. And if you have time to, we got a little bit here. I will show you really quick. I'm going to go This is our applicant tracking system, but we can, here we go. Contractor Staffing
Are you
Source.
okay if we record this?
Yeah, that's fine. So this is our applicant tracking system, right? You can see that.
Yeah.
And what happens is they come into the ATS, it goes everywhere, it comes back, and we have it. This is a sample of one of our reports.
Mhm.
This is like a typical assessment that we do. It literally, we go to the assessment, I show this really quickly, it's impressive. We go to, where is it? There's the assessments. Let me go back here, assessments. Here's this assessment. I'll show this really quickly. We talk about personality, behavioral type, recommended personality, attitude, competency. We do a bunch of about 100 algorithms to get if they're going to perform or not. We do things like, do they take the assessment properly? We do a DISC profile. We do a predicted DISC profile, which says they have the right personality, they're in the gray lines to do well. We can do things like integrity and attitude. We click on any of the gray lines, it'll show what it is, what is not. Questions for going deeper. I love this question for honesty. The question is, how important is to support your boss? Hopefully they say it is. Hypothetical situation. Let's say your boss asks you to tell the customer the product will be delivered in 2 weeks. It's 4 weeks. The boss knows it's 4 weeks. What are you going to do? You're going to support your boss and lie. You tell the truth. If you lie, it's a bad idea. That means your truth is conditional. And then we do things like emotional competency, general competency. We can do overall they did fine. People traits like humility, confront fear. We do details like attention to detail. So by the time this is all done, I know more about you than your mom. And then we can do video interviews. I'll show an example of video interview. So a video interview question change with every person or position. Here's this guy's video interview.
So first of all, I just want to say that the main thing for me is having a positive impact in the world.
And so what's interesting is
as
this
it
guy
may-
happens to be in Bolivia, and English is a second language. You never know that, right? So you can't tell without the video interview. Then we do reference checks and background checks. You can do all this yourself. Hey, have at it. But you can't get around doing it right if you want good people. It just isn't going to work.
Yeah. Wow. That's pretty impressive, Paul. If people want to learn more about your company, talk to you,
Well, you can go to the website, which is Contractor Staffing Source. And they can make an appointment with me. I'll be happy to talk to them. And for free, I'll spend an hour with them, tell them everything I know, how to do it themselves. I'll give them all specifics. I'll literally run through some job ads with them and that kind of thing and show them how you use AI. I'll literally, here's a recipe, here's a cookbook, have fun. Or if they want to do it with us, I'll give them if in response to this podcast, I'll do some assessments for free. I'll do some just profiles for free. I'll also give $500 off on the monthly to encourage people to do stuff. But we're a great resource. You should at least talk to us.
Wow. Paul, I'm really impressed with what you showed us today. That's amazing. And I like the fact that you specialize in contractors, home service contractors and remodeling. And we've got a lot of clients that are in that field. And I know they need a lot of help. And you've picked a good niche to focus on. So that's very helpful. I really appreciated the time. So we'll cut out the video part of the AI and I'll show that. And then also a little bit of the tool you showed us afterwards. So that'll be available as a video separate from this podcast. We'll post it on our YouTube channel and we'll embed it in the episode page for this podcast episode as well. So Paul,
I hope you found this informative, right?
What's that?
Hope this was informative.
Oh, extremely informative, Paul. Thank you so much. And I'm sure you're going to be hearing from some of our listeners here real soon.
Okay,
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.